Hello, welcome to the Wandering Village. So, yeah, this is it's an interesting game with an interesting twist. So it's a settlement game, except the village that we built wanders around. To be more specific, it's on top of Onbu here. I say Onbu. Onbu is an Onbu, and we just happen to have called Onbu Onbu. I'm going to give Onbu a different name, but you know, we're going to keep things simple. But the key thing is Onbu is wandering along, which means our village is moving, hence why it's called the Wandering Village. It's a bizarre twist, I must admit. In any case, where we're up to is it's saying we want to research a stonemason. So we shall do that. I can go to the right place, that is. So research, we want to research stonemason. So off they go and do that. Now, what I'm doing, I mean, there's a lot of other things I could be doing, but I want to play along with the tutorial. Just do what the tutorial suggests. Just for giggles, I want to see what happens if all I do is just follow the tutorial. Because I mean, the whole thing might fall apart. I don't know. It's just a case of I'm curious to find out. So at this stage, all we're getting told is complete this mysterious structure, which is going to apparently start the story, and then that's it. It's a one-off. You can't go back. But we need stone slabs. So to make stone slabs, you need the stonemason, hence why presumably they're suggesting, you know what, it might be a good idea to research how to make a stonemason. Anywho, I don't see any difference between going that way or that way, because that's one thing you can do, is you can tell on, but when you get these crossroads, you can make decisions as to which way to go. I mean, a lot of it's dependent on, are we going to go into another zone, another region that's got different types of weather, maybe it's drier, and then you'll struggle to get crops. Is it going to be hotter? Is it going to be colder? Is there going to be poison in the way? You've only got a limited view, so at this stage, we just seem to be staying in the kind of a temperate zone, I think. And I'm not seeing all that far, which means I'm not really seeing any difference whether we go that way or just carry on going on that way. We don't have access to parties, so this is where you can get a bunch of people and say go and visit, say, that abandoned settlement or whatever it is over there. It says you'd need 4 or 5 people to do that. Take about a day. But we don't have that ability yet because we haven't researched it. We haven't researched it because I'm just going along with essentially what the tutorial suggested. I mean, there's things I can still do or will do. It's like I'm going to move these folks around and about when they start running out of things. Alright, so that's been researched. Okay, that's good. Right, so we need to build a stonemason. That's storage, food, stonemason. Plonk them down. Well, doesn't really. I'll just stick the housing over there. Let's build that there for the sake of argument. Doesn't really matter. I mean, we can always, with some buildings you can move them. With others you can just build a new one and then demolish the old one. Because the good thing I find with this is if you demolish a building, you get all of the resources back. So yeah, even if you can't actually move a building, you should at least be able to move it in another way. So they are mushrooms. So harvest crops. Harvest only fully grown crops. We'll get them at those. As far as I remember, I think the mushrooms are specific to Onbu. Our people don't actually eat mushrooms, but I don't know. They get stored in here, maybe. So this is the pantry where we're keeping, I think, food for the villagers to eat. So presumably there'll be a storage where there'll be... Ah, yes, so there's a... So they're just dumping mushrooms into a general storage area. But they're of no use to us. They're more specific to Onbu here. We just haven't figured out how to feed Onbu. Not yet, anyway. We will eventually, hopefully. Maybe. It really depends on what the tutorial suggests. Right, so we've now done that, so we need to assign someone. I've got quite a few people. They just said at least one, but I've got a few idle workers. So assign those. Right, okay, this is where it starts to get interesting. So this is what I was talking about before, this idea of going out and exploring these little points of interest. So they're talking about scavenging, so they're saying we need to research this. So that's the next port of call, is the scavenger hut. Okay, so there's... Let's have a look, see. So where is the scavenger hut then? So that's a hut. Ah, there it is there. Right, so that's a combination. So you needed both the carpenter and the stonemason. So it makes sense as to why they've suggested that one. Except it's not letting me select it for some strange reason. No, it is. Okay. It's a bit bizarre. Ah, right, they can't do it. Gotcha. Now I understand. So they can't do it until we get the stone slabs. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about the research you get here. With with other games I've played, it's a case of you have like a technology tree, if you will, and you just say, all right, I'll learn about this technology. Once you've learned that technology, it opens up access to others, but there usually isn't like a cost associated with that, whereas with this game you do actually need resources to research it. So it wasn't just a case of let's go to here. It's not just a case of, oh, you need to learn how to make a carpenter and you know how to make a stonemason. To make a scavenger hut, you also need the actual research resources to research it, and then when you want to build it, you need to build resources. So it does make it a bit more complicated, I must admit. Anyway, where's Onbu going? Because Onbu's gone this way, that's fine. I mean, to be fair, there wasn't much of a decision to make because I couldn't see anything particularly better. I mean, going that way would have kept those in range, I suppose, for a while longer, but potato potato. What's that? 6 of 2. Food quality and housing quality. So the happiness is slipping, presumably because we've got a lot more people. 36 people, 40 housing, so we're okay on housing. And there's 13 free people who can go about, presumably picking things up and what have you. So really we're just going to be twiddling our thumbs until all of these get made. So at the moment there's none. Which says this is back to where I was before. It would be nice to pause this. Aha, so that's how I do it, right, so I've disabled that, right. So the result, because at the moment the problem was, it's something I didn't think about last time. When we learned how to get wooden planks, all of the wooden planks were being sent to here. And I really needed them for something else. So I was thinking, oh, fudgesicles, I can't pause them, but yes, there is a way to do it. It's a bit deceptive when it just says enable. And having that's useful, I suppose, actually giving you a status, but that does anyway. So at least now what I should see is these would be building up in storage. Once we hit 15, we can then get them to research the next thing. Oh. Ah, right, you're stopping for some food, are you? That makes sense. Because Onbu likes... Ooh. Ooh. I don't think I particularly needed to know that. Right, so we've got a scavenging hut. And Onbu needs food. So for that it's saying... Keep that in mind when placing the mycologist. Ah, right, so the mycologist will plant mushrooms. So what is the... let's have a look, see. The mycologist... Ah, right, so the mycologist will be a bit easy. It just needs normal stone plus clay. So while I'm waiting for those slabs, let's do that. So we get them to learn that. Then you can start learning other things like how to make healing shrooms when Onbu's not well. Still haven't found out, you haven't learned out about the trebuchet yet, because there's a somewhere in here, oh there it is, there's the feeding trebuchet. It hasn't told us to do that. I mean, I've got some mushrooms. But like it says that the mushrooms go in dirt, so I have to place any on any. Was it a mycologist in the dirt area? Because I don't think you can, like when you look at the farm, it's like a load of little cells where they'll grow food in, but they surround the actual farm. I don't think it's possible to... Yeah, I don't think it's possible for me to move these farms outside of the work area. So presumably it'll be the same with the mycologist, because it's the same with these people here, the berry gatherer. They've just got an area within which they can work. Speaking of which, I wonder if there's any more berries. I'm not seeing any. Right. Well, there's no sign of any change. We're going to head to rain. I swore we already went through some. Never mind. Right then. So we've got a problem, and that is the air well. Alright, okay, so its storage is full, it can't go any further. It's like, that's it. I can't get you any more water. Well, that's fine. You haven't been told to create any water storage, so I'm not going to create any water storage. We're just doing what the elders tell us to do. Right, so this is now about an hour and 10 minutes there. So what is that? Oh, pile clear. Oh, giddy. Right, so now, so this is an Onbu thing, Onbu food thing. So that, yeah, so it's not gonna. It's interesting. It doesn't let me build it there anyway. To be fair, like I don't think that would be a good area because it's like I can't take full advantage of it. Quite like there. So the trouble is with the clay is permanent, but the stones are not. Let's go one up. Ah, now I don't have the ability to take to deal with the quarries yet. At some point I might. Well, I say I might. I should. So we can deal with that when with that bridge when we cross it. So I'll get them to build that there. We can harvest that. Where is our stone quarry? There it is. There. So they're currently clearing that out, which is fine. We'll clear all this lot out afterwards. So that's okay. It doesn't need anything that we haven't already got. 19 of these, so I should now be able to research that, and I can go back to that. Right, so they can start bringing stone slabs to there. We've got 2 at the moment. We need 30. Hopefully it won't take them too long to do that. Right, so the complaining about that makes sense, and the complaining about that, because it's full, makes sense. How are we doing? So nothing jumps out. That would be interesting, Midas Shrine. Might have some useful information or something. So that's a mycologist. So I've got to wait for that to be built. I've got to wait for the other thing to be researched. So chances are we'll be... Well, yeah, could be well past this by then. No, we built a mycologist. Right, so I'll assign somebody to that. I say somebody, I'll assign 2 people because I've got quite a few. And then we assign plots to the mycologist. So we can add them. So if I, out of curiosity, go from about there and just say do, and off they go. I quite like that. That's a bit easier. So the next thing is the trebuchet. So it's interesting that they've told us to do this first before we do the trebuchet, which I suppose makes sense because the trebuchet is used to feed onbu mushrooms. In this case, I suppose I can see the point of, like, well, make sure you've got mushrooms before you go. But I mean, they do grow randomly anyway. Wouldn't see any harm of doing the trebuchet first, really. But as far as I'm aware, once you've got the trebuchet, you can feed onbu, because onbu does need to feed. But it also helps to get more trust. Onbu should trust you more after that. It's a case of, oh, here's somebody who's going to feed me. That's good. So what are you up to then? Gathers notes about onbu and creates onbu nodes. So what do we do with them? I don't know. Right, so we're waiting for the scavenger hut. We are on 10 of 30 for story building. Might be interesting, you never know. Out of curiosity. Ooh, that was a blood extract. I wasn't particularly interested in that. I'm looking for options for quarries. Presumably down here. Yeah, unless that's an upgrade option. Ah, there you go, deep quarry. Oh no, that's again, that impacts onbu though. Let's have a look-see. It's not showing any any upgrade options. I'd like to think somewhere down the line there is an option. It says it can be mined for stone by an adjacent quarry. I'm kind of hoping that's not a permanent thing. Yeah, well, I assume not because it's got 1,000, but the trouble is I would have assumed that for the clay, but it turns out it's permanent. Or at least it regrows, if you will, respawns. Right, so we've done that. So we can set up a scavenger hunt. I think I'm just going to put that up here out of the can't. Which signals? Ah, interesting. So it's got to go to. I wonder why it won't let you do that. Unless that's because they've got to leave on the side. It's possible. I'll put it over there for now. We can go and make that. And then after that we can go and explore. Right, feeding trebuchet. Yes, we want to research that. We need a food. We need to feed our Onbu. So apparently Onbu needs feeding. See, now in this case, oh, that is a dilemma. See, if you go straight on, we can pick up people. Resources are one thing, people are something completely different. Because you do get a certain number of people every now and again, but you've got to maintain a certain level of happiness. At the moment, we're at 6, it seems. So 2 for that, 1 for that, plus 3, that's 6. So we're not attracting anybody at the minute. So it looks like I'm going to be very reliant on that. Whichicles. So I probably want to tell Onbu to go. Keep straight on then. I think that might be the better strategy. I don't know how many people are there. Doesn't say. Because I'd assume part of our goal is to help people out there. Because at the moment, I think the idea is you've got all these people who are wandering around. Something bad happened. Presumably that's what we'll find out in the story. So people are wandering around, and some people found this Onbu, and off we go. Scavenger hut. So that needs tents off. Bicycles. Fine. Should pause this again. Boobar. That's more important because I need to go out scavenging. It's a bit early to decide, but I'll wait until we get a bit closer because there might be so. Ah, now there. Now that is interesting. So that one there. Boobar. See, that's a nice place where Onbu can go and just get some nice sleep. Where there's definitely no poison, because when Onbu gets tired, it has to sleep. So it lies down on the ground. Now, when it does that, it can pick up poisons from the ground. At the moment, there doesn't seem to be a problem there. So it might be interesting. As we get closer, we might hopefully learn more information of what's beyond there, but that, as much as though there's those people, that could be quite tempting, I suppose. I mean, it's free food. We haven't figured out how to feed Onbu yet. Still learning that bit. Ah, sounds like Onbu's off to sleep. You off to sleep, are you? Okay, you do that. Not that I've got any sin. Well, I do actually. I mean, I could get Onbu to. I go down there. I could tell him to get up. Well, him or her. I could tell him to get up. I could tell him to run. Whether they'll do it or not, I don't know. But the trouble is, they are really tired. So that might be such a good idea. Full staff required, right. Right, where are we at? We've researched the trebuchet as well. Now the trebuchet, if memory serves, has to go right up the top here. So I'll get them to build that. So we've now got ourselves a little scavenging hut. So what I could do is say, now that's going to take a day, but it potentially could come back with ancient notes. Go ahead. I mean, we could go there, but that gets you clay and salt. We're not at the point yet of making rock trumpets, I must admit. I think that's too far. To do that, you need... okay, so it says you need scavenging rations. Okay, so you'd have to, it looks like you have to pass through that one. That one, scavenging rations. So until we get scavenging rations, we're quite limited. You know what we can do anyway. I keep pressing the escape key, but it always goes back to the main menu. It's just a habit. I'm just used to you just press that to close like the window. And it's like, no, that, as far as this game's concerned, no. That is to, that's to open up the main menu. Right, that doesn't need any slabs, so we can resume this then. So at least that's our little scavenging crew can get up to things while Onbu here is asleep. Let's see what we find. So they've got to chop all of the trees down. We need 30 wooden planks. So we've got the wooden planks, we've got the stone. That's why I'm thinking like a visit to something like that just doesn't seem any point because we've got plenty of it anyway at this stage. Now that one on the other hand, that's interesting because you could get iron. And you could also get eleflea eggs. So they can be cooked or planted to grow eleflea. That sounds interesting. I might be tempted to go that way. I've got some mushrooms, but I'll wait until we get a bit further along. But so far, northeast seems to be the better choice. Just for the sake of, we'll get some food for Onbu. The only drawback is I'm going to need more people though. I mean, I've got 8 free workers who presumably carry things around, but could probably do with more. Right, so I've got 11 slabs. So maybe by the time they get them ones down to there, they might have the others sorted. So how are you doing with these trees? Oh, you're having to dig up the rocks as well, are you? Oops, because that one, that's going to take forever. Yes, there's a lot of trees and a lot of rocks here to deal with. But once that's done, you can then start to feed Onbu. That's where the research comes in, because you can feed them different things. If he's getting bad, you can give him a laxative. You can give him like a constipator as well. It's like, okay, maybe he's got the runs. He or she, I should say. That one sounds interesting, I must admit. That's like, do you really want to be doing that? You know, sacrificing people to Onbu. Ah! Now that's interesting. It says you've got a research upgrades. Oh, okay. Building upgrades. Where's that then? So there's a landscaping one. Ah, there it is. There, right. So there. So it unlocks the ability to upgrade buildings using tools and other resources. Okay, but that needs 25 slabs. Gotcha. Two of 10. 2 of 10. So they're almost done with the tree, so it's really this. This is what takes the longest. Not surprisingly. I mean, we've got like a bajillion stone, to be fair. So it's not so much I need the stone, I need this. I need this place clearing out. Lickety split. Where are we up to? About 10 there. That's a lot. I'm not seeing any berry plants, I must admit. And I don't have anybody who can look after herbs, which is a bit of a pity, but that's good for dealing with poisons. When we start getting into bad areas, it's going to be like, yeah. Yeah, go on then. May as well grab them. Get some, because I'm assuming, well, I don't know if we've learned that ability yet. It doesn't mention compost. Oh, there's some there mentioned, so yeah, okay, so presumably they can take advantage of that. It's 18. Oh, we're getting there. Ooh, hold on. Mushrooms. I mean, I appreciate their building, but oh, okay, what have you found? Alright, okay, so you're done. So you're back then. Let's have a look. So there's a scavenging crew there. So yeah, we can't go there. We can't go there without the rations. Biddly D. So really there's not a lot I can do. I don't know why that one didn't need anything, but it didn't. But we've now got 26 Onbu notes, and we've managed to get these ancient notes here for that scavenging job. So presumably when we get to trading, maybe we can sell them off or something. I don't know. 27 of 30. Oh, we're getting there. So they can just sit around doing nothing for a while. I mean, they don't necessarily have to. I could pause it, I suppose. Don't pick them up. Put them somewhere. Don't just leave them lying on the ground. 14 of 30. 17 of 30. Oh, right, okay, so that's the limit. You have up to 2 people working on this. So. Right, Onbu is at 39% sleepy. Yes, Onbu is sleepy. I'm really tempted to go that way. But it's the food as well. Food and a nice comfy place to sleep. The trouble is, looking at that, I get the distinct impression that that's kind of a stopping point before things get really bad. Otherwise, why else would we have that? Right, so now they're building that. Okay. Well, I say they're building it, they're repairing it apparently. Because they've uncovered something in the rubble. I get the impression it's just it's just something about Onbu here. Give you more information about Onbu. Oh, hello. A stack of notes. Okay. Why have I got a stack of notes lying on the ground? Unless the storage is full. Storage. I mean, I don't think they decay, but I mean, I'd rather store them somewhere. I mean, Undo's 61% hunger, so I mean, I'm not too bad. Yeah, happiness is too low. I mean, it would be tempting to start researching these better houses to live in. It's like a hut there you can have them live in. I mean, there's a flop house. And that's quality 1. Huts are quality 3. I want to follow the tutorial. What do the elders suggest? What is their advice? Have they any idea what we're supposed to do? Is it all going to end well or horribly? I don't know. It's one way to find out. Right, something has happened. Day 26. Okay. So, did we or did we not? Right, we still haven't done that. Right, because that's going to need 25 slabs. Gotcha. So until they take those rocks down, nothing's happened there. Ah, right, okay. So they've done this now. Hey? That looks like a radio dish of some sort. It's an antenna tower. Ooh. Capture vibrations? What? Oh. So we need to press the button. Maybe we can talk to people. Maybe they'll tell us wonderful things. Let's see. Okay. Oh, now there is a... You never thought about that, actually. Yeah, show a bit of positive attitude. What if we now start getting attacked by people? Because we're broadcasting about ourselves. That could go horribly wrong. Oh dear. The chickens. Right, research. So that needed 25. So there's... Yeah, I can't add any more people. So it takes 20 of these. Oh, it's got 20 in storage. So it takes 2 of these to make 1 slab. Fair enough. Now that's interesting. How did it know I've got more than 1 air well? Because part of the tutorial was to build 1 air well. It didn't tell me to build more than 1. And now down here it says upgrade 1 of your air wells. They could have left it open if they just said upgrade an air well. But it's being specific, it says upgrade 1 of your air wells. I'm curious. Right, so this thing here, that's interesting that. Alright, so that can't be destroyed. That might be a bad thing if we're attracting attention that we don't want to attract. That could actually be bad. Now all of a sudden I'm curious to know, if we upgrade that, does it just give it more storage capacity? Oh, there's a berry. What's that? It's a herb. Is there any more berries we can relocate? Oh, there's one there. I definitely like that. So if you've got like somebody who goes out and grows berries and you plant them and they harvest them and so on. But you can go out and get wild ones So somebody can harvest them, you have the seeds left, and then these folks can just grow a new berry bush but next to where they are, so they've got a nice concentrated area. It's pretty cool, that. Clever idea, that. Aha! So, Onbu's still asleep. Might wake up shortly. Presumably when we get into the next day. Oh, hold on. Right, let's disable everything. Oh, don't store them. I want to make sure you're storing these things in there. I mean, I don't think it causes an issue. They're just lying around, to be fair, but I mean, that doesn't give any hint that it's going to decay, but food does. And it looks messy. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's nowhere for that to go, is there? Let's go and make another one then. I'll get them to make another one and we'll just store mushrooms in that one. Right, so that's right. That's finished. There's nothing left to do there. Trebuchet. Right, they've got all the resources. Oh, hello. Okay. How do I know what you look like? Upgrade the antenna. Ah, right, so it's an upgrade for the antenna. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you're just assuming things based on what we can do and what we know. Somebody else presumably knows more things. Okay. Right, okay, so that's where our scavengers are going to help. Yeah, how did... Well, maybe they've got an Onbu. So maybe if we get that upgraded, we'll have better communications. At least it didn't, like... tell us to hand over, say like, hand over all your mushrooms. So that's something. Right, we assign someone to there. I am tempted to go south, just because of this, the fact that I need people. Well, it's southeast, that's northeast, that's southeast, apparently. So I am tempted to go down there and get those people. Because we're starting to use it, but I'm running out. Unless I can find a way to make these people happier, I'm going to have problems. Ooh. I mean, I know that would have been useful for the farmer, but... Onbu walks. Right, you can... Right. Go and provide Onbu with mushrooms. Which is quite amusing. So where's our person? Right, so they're coming back with some mushrooms. So they're going to get those mushrooms. They're going to give those... They're going to fire those towards Onbu. At some point. Oh, so they need quite a few. Oh, okay. How many? 2 of 20. So we need 20. So if we give them mushrooms, so it decreases hunger by 15 and slightly increases trust. Okay. So they need to gather 20 mushrooms to pull this off. Ooh. Right, have you finished that research yet? Oh no, you haven't done it yet. Still waiting for the... Yeah, still need 21 out of 25. Right, got you. Now this can be upgraded, but it needs 15 ore. Well, the only drawback is I don't have rations. They haven't told us to get any. I mean, I know how to get them. I mean, if we go to there, we can get iron. The only trouble is the rations. I mean, I'm going to assume we need the kitchen. But we haven't been told to make a kitchen. And until somebody says, go and make a kitchen, we don't have a kitchen. Right, so they're still busy beavering away over there. We're almost at the ready to do that. Oh, at least there's food there. Right, let's see if I can get Onbu to go southeast then. Good. Right, you just keep going southeast then, Onbu. Five of 20. Just gonna keep an eye out for any berry. Oh, what's these? Oh, just more herbs that's being grown. There's nowhere for the scavengers to go. Yeah, without the scavenging rations, they're not going anywhere. So that must have, presumably that, is that like out of the region, out of your area or something? I mean, I could go there and get them to get some salt. Anything's better than nothing. We are now at 6 of 20. So they're off flying wherever they're flying. That's the thing that I'm puzzled about. It's like they've travelled off to here. So presumably they jump off the back of Onbu here. Like they jump off and glide off and land there. How do they get back on? I mean, where's like the updraft or anything to get back up? Because this is... I mean, Onbu's pretty big. I mean, I'm just saying, you look at the size of this area here, and you look at the size of Onbu. I mean, I'm just saying that's going to be difficult. Like, how do you do that? How do you get back on? Right. So they're busy doing that, right? So food-wise, we're not too bad. But I haven't been told to do anything else yet, so I'll just keep pedaling along until we start building it. I mean, I could make another farm, to be fair. Nobody says you can't. I mean, that will use up 3 people. Let's do that then. Just to be on the safe side. Plunk that one over there. So I think it's a case of we'll follow the tutorial in so much as building and researching new things. Then it's a choice of, well, I'll add more of the same as we go along. I mean, this isn't full, so that's fine. There's no point adding a new one of them. Right, where are you up to? 17 of 20. Aha! Look. You just see the little... You see the mushrooms just... Oh, that's hilarious. I like that. So that's all they do. I think they must like mush them all up together into a big ball. Then you fire that out of the trebuchet. So that gives Onbu something to eat, but it's a case of it's also, as it says, like help build your trust. So, right, so that's the same. No matter, it makes no difference. The only difference, really, it seems, is we could have gone that way and got potentially something out of there like tools. But at this stage I'm more interested in people. Ah, now that's interesting. It looks like that's a bit of greenery or something, or it could be poison. That's why I'm wondering about these. I'm wondering if we're going to get to this point before we get to dangerous territory, in which case it would be a good idea to stop there if we can encourage Onbu to do that. It's a possibility. Because we've got to try and avoid Onbu getting poisoned. It's one thing must get well. I mean, that's another thing we haven't learned how to deal with poisons yet. That's interesting. So, is it a case of anything that's in scope that doesn't need the rations? Because these are scavenging. Ah, that's it. So it's preserved food and it's used to explore far away places. So as long as it's within this circle, you don't need them. Gotcha. That makes sense. So it's going to rain. It's like, okay. It's interesting to know. 36. Right, so we should be able to do that now. So they can focus on the... Ah, there's the quarry there. Right, that's the quarry. The food stand. Oh, interesting. So that's where you can get food. Basically, somebody, presumably, just stands around offering people food. Have some food. Makes sense rather than everybody, because at the moment everybody's coming to like places like here and here. That's quite handy, like if you can consolidate it. Oh, have you finished? You've got nowhere. Right, okay. We shall put you... I suppose you... it's kind of ongoing. I'll move them down there and then they can start clearing this area out as well. Right, that's a permanent one because it's focusing on the clear. Well, and said that, I could always move them and then we could clear that out as well. Oh no, that's a clay gathering camp. Ah, right. That makes more sense. Right, so that one is specifically for these, but the trouble is I think it's full. I don't think anybody's taking these out though, that's the trouble. That was intended for mushrooms. Never mind. Right, tell you what then, can't fit it there. I might be able to squeeze that there. Or not. There. I'll get them to build that one. And then I'll get them to restrict it to mushrooms, because since it's for... Yeah, since it's going to be specifically for Onbu and their food, it makes sense to keep it just up here where the trebuchet folks can use it. Right, so we're about to pick some people up. That's interesting, that. Right, so you need to plant and harvest. Plenty plant. Plant some more. So presumably we'll chop those trees down. Right, okay, so we've got a decision. Pick them up, send them away. Pick them up. Doesn't say how many, but... So we've got +2. Right, and they were healthy people. That's an interesting point, is like you could get people who are not well. And they could then... That's a dilemma, because you could, if you get anybody who's not well, you run the risk of poisoning. or whatever, you know, some disease, bringing a disease into the settlement, and I've got no means of handling that at the moment. Let's focus on that for now. Leave mushrooms in there. So these are decayed mushrooms. So we may as well grab them, because they can go towards the compost for the farms. It's funny that I've got to keep an eye on some things as they decompose. Others you can just, doesn't really matter. Right, so we could go to, oh right, we'll send somebody there. So it's a few desperate survivors, possibly leftover food. Take about a day. So it's just within range. So I'm assuming Onbu's going to stop here and get something to eat. We have the possibility actually that, so I could go there. So once they've done that, I should have probably gone there. I think that's more important, because as long as that's in range, I can get iron from there. Iron from there, that would get us 10 iron. How much do we need? 15. Sticks. Right, so they're going to chop all the trees down to clear the way for the plants. Have we done that research yet? Only 27 minutes to go. Ah, right, so they've done that. So if we go to the upgrade tab, so you could get increase the production speed everywhere except arid zones. So that would be better in humid zones or damp zones, then you get nothing at all. So that would be better. So that's faster water collection where necessary, but we don't have any water storage. So I think at this stage I'm just going to do this because it's a bit of a balancing act. Now the only drawback is I've only got 6 tools. We'll upgrade that and see how it goes. Just for the sake of the tutorial. So they're going to have to scavenge that place. But then I want, if I can, I want to try and get that. Potentially there's these 3 down here. Now that's interesting. I'm wondering if that's green. So is that poison or is it a good green? I don't know. What I'm concerned about is that the fact that that's there suggests there's something bad on the way. It might be an interest to like just stop there while I've got the chance. Because I mean, you could get on board to stop all the way down here. That, I mean, that's nice and comfy. I mean, you know, surely Onbu wants to be comfy. So Onbu's hunger's going down, so that's a good thing. I mean, if we feed Onbu, hang on a minute. Yeah, if we focus on just feeding Onbu, I don't know what the effects are, because these are party mushrooms. Fresh, healthy food for Onbu. Speaking of fresh, healthy food. Oh, hello. Oh, so that's it then. So that's basically as far as you're going to suggest. Well, thanks. I was hoping for more, but okay. Right, so the next thing they're talking about is food refinement and landscaping. So landscaping will help cheer people up. And I'm more interested in, what What do they suggest? Food refinements, build a kitchen. I think I'll go with better food. Landscaping's all the way back here. Yeah, I'm tempted to go with a better food for now, because at the moment they're just eating raw food. And I think that's one of the things that's going to impact them. It's not just food variety, the food quality. So at the moment we're on a happiness level of 4, but we need 7 to attract more people. So it's like, oh yeah. We need to cheer people up and make them happier. So there should be 3 people joining there, and I've got 7 people idle. So that's why I need more people. But if I need more people, if I'm going to get more people, I need more food. So they're still busy beavering away. I think we're going to lose out on that one. Hopefully we'll be able to get these 3 places here, and then we'll get all the, well, potentially all the iron. 5. Yeah, we need 15 iron. So I don't know if we're going to get any more beyond this. Because they kind of like chimed in and said, there's nothing more to tell you. In which case I might then have to switch over and then start making my own decisions as to where we go. And there's like a lot of things to pick from. It's going to take a while to get all the way over to there. Well, there's all these things back here to be thinking of, like stuff for better food for Onbu. I mean, what about dealing with, are they like a herbalist, for instance? That would make sense to me. But then a witch doctor, a village doctor. Apparently they're not that far back, so it's like a village doctor would make sense. Town squares boosts happiness. An Onbu doctor. There's, jeez Louise, there's a lot to do. I mean, there's not like a lot of room on here, but there's a lot to do. And of course, it's all for another episode.
Shift course now, we might stand a chance.